Welcome back to Rather Be Board Game, and I'm Nathan. We're going to try Mission 1 again. I have the party of 4 set up. I've got everything already set up and shuffled, but we'll do some more shuffling on camera. And then we will just jump right in it. There's not a ton of rules to this game, but I did go in more detail in the last 2 videos about the rules, so let's just jump in. She is going to try and gather food since she can get extra food. So let's roll 3 dice as an action. Oops, let me stand her up. That'll be her first action of the day. And we got 1, so we take 2 from here. And her special ability is to take an extra. And so for her second action, I'm going to do the same thing and hope for the same result. Just 1. She got 3. Now, so for each one of these, I take 2. So I get 2, 4, and 6. So we have plenty of food. And did she get at least 1 food? Yes, so she gets 1 free food. And that is her 2 actions. All right. No one has any fatigue, so I think we've got plenty of food, so let's start exploring. So we'll draw a card and place it here. We get the jungle first off, so that is excellent. So we need someone with strength. He's going to have strength. He's got some decent strength, so let's just go here. If we have an axe, we get an extra wood. Well, we do not. So we just look at his strength, which is 3, and we have a 50-50 chance. There we go. So for each one of those, we will get 1 wood. Already a much better start than last turn. The food gatherer got food, and we got the jungle quickly. That was his second action. So I think let us send both of these. We've already got some wood going. Tell you what, we will save him. We'll send her to here. This is just really easy. She gathers some wood, discards that, and she gathers 1 wood and discards that. There we go. So let's go ahead and send Govinda here. It says put 3 wood on this card. And then you roll for your skill or strength. So he'll do strength, which is 4. And he got 1 success, and that's it. So there we go. And if we get 6 or more, we can build the shelter, the basic shelter. 1, 2, 3. So that is much better. All right. And that is everyone's 2 actions for the day. So we will bring them back to camp. So we will take 1, 2, 3 food, and then we will roll to see if Govinda Jaipur has, nope, he does need to eat some food today. All right, now we've done that, and if you watched my last video, I'm playing by some abbreviated rules. For each 2 players in the game, we're going to draw 2 hazards. That way, it's more about mitigating just horrible rolls like we had last time, and running out of time. Now we have to fight our bad rolls, bad decisions, getting too much fatigue, stuff like that, rather than just strictly time. So instead of having 2 days, we'll have multiple days. So the first one, it's a quiet night, nothing happens. So that's pretty good. Unexpected waves. Now if you notice, this says, let me get it in focus. Again, I'm changing the rules a little bit. It says roll strength or get a fatigue. Now, since this is a storm, we're all in the same camp, unexpected waves. It says you stroll along the beach, you're caught in an unexpectedly strong wave, and it has a rolling action. Everyone at the camp will roll and resolve this individually. So we'll just start at the top and go down. Oh, I'm sorry, strength. Okay, she did not get that, so she will take a fatigue, and fatigue always starts off on your most valuable, most used skill. Now let's see, his strength is 3. And remember, the orange or red, oh, I'm sorry, I put that card off of the screen. The orange or the red is a 1 in 6 chance, so fatigue, 2 strength, nope. So, not very good. Wow. So that really hurt. Now, can you imagine if I still had to draw 2 more of these hazard cards and resolve them? Now, granted, this would only be for, say, her, and then he would get 1. But some of these do affect the entire camp. It's just not all of them do, so you could get several of those. Anyway, this is the abbreviated rules I'm playing with just so that we have more time to explore and have fun. All right, so everyone ate. We resolved the 2 hazards, and we will do this. Now we can use her special ability. So, I guess for her first action, let's send her here and see if we can get that last bit of food. There we go. I only had 1 correct, but that's okay. So there's only 2 here, so we get 2 plus 1 for her special ability. It says when all 10 have been taken, discard this card. And then for her second action, that would send her back to the camp since the card has disappeared. So now we will send her to the beach and let her draw. And she gets 1 sleepiness and 1 fatigue. She got stung by a sea urchin. All right, now we talked about this last time. If you notice, this has an ouch with a flag. That is like a achievement or a milestone or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the book calls them milestones, but we've already got that marked for this party in their adventures. So there we are. So that was her second action. That was not good at all. So we are definitely going to send her here. It says as an action, we're going to roll her knowledge. Now her knowledge is only a 3 because she does have some fatigue. We subtract 1 on that. We need just 1 yellow. There we go. Remember, that is 2 sides of the die. There we go. We got it? Yes. So we get to remove up to 2. You may discard 2 in total. So let's discard that and that. And then for her second action, she can draw this. Found again. Yep, we already have that marked off. She has a personal item. We'll stick that in the camp. There we go. And what are these other people going to do? Both their strengths are now 3s, so doesn't really matter. We will send him here. Strength of 3. Let's see if he can get some wood going. Gets 1 piece of wood. We're going to need extra wood, so it's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and have him search for more good wood and got nothing. Unfortunate. All right. Send him here, and with his strength, he's going to try, remember, -1. He's going to try and build a shelter. He does. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So he has used these 3 pieces of wood. Oh, and he just failed. I forgot about that. Nope. I'm not going to go back to the first turn. That's my mistake. I put these here and still forgot to use them. So he succeeded. Maybe I'm going too fast, but there you go. So he is in the shelter, and that was his first action. Then for the second action, why not? It says, I don't know if we discussed this last turn, but there you go. Shelter affords you little protection. You'll have to find some better place, but it's enough for some rest. So, for his second action, let's just have him rest after building that and discard 1 fatigue. It says this isn't a safe shelter. Keep searching. So that is the end of that day. Everyone will need to eat. So there is 3 food. 1, 2, 3. And we will let him roll. Come on, get a green. 50-50. Nope. Needed food. All right. And let's see. First hazard. Discard 2 food. We did. It says if you can't, you discard as much as you can and you get a fatigue. And let's see what else we get. Tropical storm hits the island. You are nature's mercy. You are lucky to survive. Get a fatigue and flip the torch and the campfire over, or pay 1. Well, we don't have the campfire or the torch at the moment, so everyone will just get a fatigue. Very unfortunate. So that storm affected everyone. Now you can see why getting the shelter early and having her in your party is beneficial. Because even going through the deck slow, we still lost to fatigue last time. Alright. Going much quicker. Now what are we going to do? Well, we definitely got to get rid of some of their fatigue. Because they have too much. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That won't require any skill, so we're going to send both of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, just in case there's something bad. So we get 2 food and discard this. Nice. 1 meat and discard this. Box of supplies, provisions. There we go. That's very nice. All right, now this is Hubertus. All right, we got the propeller. I'm going to stick that there for now. Says we can put a wood on that card, and we did that last time. And then for the second one, get some driftwood. So get a wood and discard this. Now, the reason I did that is they can both stay there. The beach will not be discarded. There's still one there. Now we can send her here. Unfortunately, he will not have to. He will not be there to get this benefit. But we're going to have her do this action twice. And she failed. Unfortunate. So that's her first one. This time she succeeded. They both have 2 fatigue, so we got to get rid of that. Because if you get 3 fatigue, they're going to die. That just so sad. I needed to get rid of some of that. All right, so let's see. For his first action, let us. His strength is low, and his both of 3s. So first, let's just go here, discard that. Then we'll use the propeller. We'll put a piece of wood on it. Now we're going to roll for his knowledge. So let's just roll 3 dice. We only need 1 success. And we fail. And that was his second action. All right. Back to camp. 1, 2, 3. Now come on. We really need you to succeed just once. Mosquitoes, roll your skill and get an orange or take a fatigue. So 4 dice, 1 in 6 chance on each die. She got it. Skill is a 4. He got it. Her skill is a 3. Okay, and his skill is only a 2. Of course. So it's probably a good thing he got rid of that fatigue. So that was the first one. Let's go with the second. Exhaustion. You may only perform 1 action on your next day. Ouch. That is going to hurt. Especially since I'm applying it to everyone. 1 action. Alright. 3 and 3. He's still the best to try that. So let's send him there. Okay, he succeeded at the knowledge. Now he's going to roll the strength. And he succeeded at that. So if you succeed, again, you discard the wood. You discard the wood on this card and you bring 130 into play. And this card. You discard the wood and this card. So we will discard that. Then we bring in 130. So now we have an axe at the camp. Very good. Now since his card disappeared, he will come back to camp. Now, let's see. Alright, let's send him to the jungle and he will take the axe. And here is one of the strange, weird rules we will get to in just a moment. But he will have a strength of +1 to a maximum of 5, so his strength is back up to a 3. And he did not succeed at all. That is sad. So let's see. He is done. That is his action. Let's send her. Now, since she is in the same location as someone else, she may use their item. Let me double check that's not an action. Let me double check. So I do find this a little strange the way it's worded, but if another player is on your chosen card, you can use that player's item. No problem. The item's ownership does not change. You can also spend an action to move your figure to another figure's location so that player can give you one of the items. So apparently taking ownership of the item would count as an action, but it does say somewhere at night you can, when everyone is at camp, you can change possession of items. So even though he made the axe, he went back to the jungle when the card disappeared. So we just gave the item to Alberta's for free. If I'm cheating, I'm cheating. Sorry. She is going to now use the axe. She is in the jungle. So for her action, she got 2 successes. It says for each success, get a wood. If you have the axe, get an extra wood. It doesn't say per green. It just says 1. So she got 3 wood. We'll put that in the camp. She will have a lie down. And then we will send Susie there. But instead of searching, she's just going to tag along and try to remove some fatigue. And she succeeded, so she gets to remove 2. Let's remove 1 from the other people. And that is the night phase. I really probably should have done something else, but each person only had 1 action. Unfortunate. So 1 food will go to. Let's start with him. Can you please roll a green this time? Yes. So he does not need to eat food. So, and unfortunately, we're going to waste this. This could count as 2 food, but it's only going to be as 1 because we haven't cooked it. So we will have to give. Let's see. They both have 4 skills, so it doesn't matter. So let's just put it there. Very unfortunate. So now we got to really get that fire going. We've got the firewood. So, speaking of which, I think, yeah, I was supposed to bring that in. See, I'm playing too fast. So 105, there we go. We have the basic shelter, so now we're trying to build a fire. All right. Ants. Discard half of the group's food. We don't have any. And for each skill or knowledge, you can discard fewer, but we don't have to roll because we have no food. So more ants. That was perfect timing. So now we do get 2 actions today. What are we going to do? So we need food. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the 2 wood card because I've seen 3 1 wood cards, which means we need Okay. So somebody with good knowledge needs to go here, discard one wood. So it doesn't say to place a wood there. We're going to discard it. So if he fails, that's it. Roll knowledge. He failed. Do I want to... You know what? We got enough food. I'm going to take a lesson learned. We'll discard another wood. There we go. That time he succeeded. So now we get to flip this card over and bring 106 into play, if it is not already. So now we have a campfire. There we are. And let's see. So he's sitting at the campfire. And it says you can swap any number of food, meat or fish for 2 food. All right. Now, we need somebody with high skill. So let's send Jamie down there. So Jamie will discard 1 wood and roll skill. And she got the yellow she needed. So, flip this card over. And we do happen to know that we've already had this horrible storm. It says flip the torch and campfire, so we should be good. Now we've got the torch. We don't have to worry about the campfire going out. That was her first action. And that's funny. It gives you the same special ability he has from the beginning. So that's kind of strange. All right, so let's let her go here and draw a place. Get the waterfall. We can discard food. We don't have any food. But now we have to flip this over because there are 2 places in place. All right, let's send him here. He's going to take a fatigue. Nope, wait. First action. Let's just go ahead and send him here and get rid of this. Yes, 2 wood. Send that in the camp. And this says, if the flotsam deck is empty, discard this card. There we go. So he goes back to camp. Now he has 1 action. So we'll send him here. He will take a fatigue so that he can search. Oh, you have to roll. Roll for skill, which is 3. Here we go. All right. So, I really need to get rid of one of his fatigue or we will lose. And we really need some fish. So I think let's go here. We have that we can use. So what are we using? 3 dice. Alright, so we succeeded. So we're going to get rid of 2. So we'll get rid of those 2. And then we'll send her here. Skill of 3. This time it's 50-50. So come on, get us some. Oh, that is all we got was 2 fish. So that is not good. And we're out of action, so we can't even take it back to camp and cook it. Maybe I should have went there first. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because if he gets fatigued, then we'll be dead. So this will be our last night. We have to find the cave to go into the cove, or we will lose. So nothing happens. Quiet night and homesickness. So every person's going to have to roll for their knowledge, and if they get 2 of the yellow, if they fail, they have to discard food and get a fatigue. Well, we only have 2 food. Let's start with him, see if he needs to eat, because I'm sorry, we're supposed to eat first. So he has to eat. So he will eat the food so that the fatigue can go here. And now every person must roll knowledge. So we start with Jamie. She failed. So nope, you don't gain them, you just use them. Okay. Right, but she will get another fatigue. Then we go to Hubertus, who has knowledge 2. He failed. Now his special ability is you can receive them also, so he will get 1. And then Susie, let's try some different dice. Nope. And Govinda, 3. Nope, he fails as well. So we are back to where we were yesterday. Even though, or not yesterday, but last time I played. So even though we started off much better with food, much better with wood, we still are close to dying with fatigue, and now we still need to find the jungle, or the cave entrance. So let's see. How are we going to do this? Because we have no food to go searching. Who has the most skill still available? It's got to be these two. So let's send both of them here. And they will... Alright, let's see. Let's send... I think what we have to do is... Let's just send her... let's just send her there for now. Her skill will be 3. That's 2 fish. And for her second action, that is 2 fish. Okay. Then, let's see. We need someone with high skill. So it's going to be these two, not him. So let's send him. I don't think we really need to worry about eating, do we? We just got to... It's unfortunate, it really is. Because I don't think the starting day can't... I don't think I can make her go first to get rid of... fatigue. Alright. So we'll discard a fatigue. Just so he can take a fatigue. No, wait. No. I tell you what, we will see. He has the least skill, so let's send him here. So for an action, we can swap any number of fish. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have plenty of food. And that was one action. And then let's just have him discard 1 fatigue in case something happens and everybody gets tired. Don't know. So now he can discard a food and roll his skill, which is 3. Did not succeed, so let's re-roll. That time he succeeds, so let's see, what do we get? The grotto. There you go. If you have the torch, you can enter the grotto and bring card 199 into play. Excellent. Do I want to go for that gem? Why not? Let's see if we can't take that with us in the next adventure. Really? Maybe I should have held on to that reroll. Okay. There we go. So let's go here. Her knowledge is 3. And she has a reroll chance. Really hate doing that. There we go. So we're going to discard this card and bring in 132. There we are. 132. So now we get the talisman. Excellent. That'll go to the camp. And then for her second action, she will go to the grotto. It says, if you have the torch, go here. You enter the grotto and you bring in card 199 into play. It says, near the coast you find a dark hole in a cliff. Inside it is completely dark. 199. There is hope. The cave shows signs of habitation. It seems quite safe. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the first part. You are one step closer to success, but there are many more wonders to be discovered and challenges to be overcome. So flip this card. And it says there is hope. Put these cards into the archive. If you are ready for a new challenge, continue with Adventure 2. So we're going to put this card and these cards into the archive. I'm going to pause and grab all those. Now, we'll say the snakebite did not come into play this time. We never rolled the double red that I did not re-roll. I don't think I ever re-rolled 2 red. So, this is the first adventure that says put into the archive. And I'm pretty sure this one, since we succeeded in the first quest, we can put it in the archive. So, 103 is to build a shelter, and then 112 is the quiet place. 114 is the grotto we just entered. 121 is one of the driftwoods that give you 1. 122 is another one of the 1 driftwood cards. 132, unfortunately, is the talisman I went out of my way to get. And then we have 152, which is one of the ants, 158, which is a quiet night, and then 159, which was the exhaustion. So all of these and this will go into the archive. So this will go into the archive, this will go into the archive. It doesn't say to put these in or the snake bite, so I will leave those out. And if you look, it says to stop here. So now when we start the next game, we will be at 101, 102, 104, 105, and 200. 200, and all these cards you notice are the... I think I got these flipped over so I can't accidentally see. Yeah, I've got them flipped this way and that way facing each other. But all the cards that start with the 2 will be for the second adventure. So we succeeded. So I will leave it there and try to come back to this soon. And hopefully you enjoyed that and you can come back and join me. But I'm going to get this cleaned up because I got to try and make myself do some painting. But I hope that you really enjoyed that. Please come back and we will continue the adventure with these same 4 survivors going on to Adventure 2. So be safe, stay healthy. God bless.